In this video, I'll be reviewing how to solve the Unit 13 study guide. So again, like our other study guides, the first page of the study guide is just a review. There are some example questions for how to solve. So your first questions that you have, it says write the inequality that is graphed. So for these problems, we're going to want to start with a variable. And I'm going to use the variable x. So x is, and we have to decide, well, the arrow is x. So x is greater than, it's not shaded, so it's not equal to, and the number it lies on is 0. So x is greater than 0. For the next one, we're going to say x is, well, here's x. X represents this arrow. So x is all the numbers that are greater than 3, and it's shaded, so it's also equal to 3. And because the dot's on 3, 3 is our number. Same thing with this one. I'm going to start with x, or any other variable that you want to use. Here's x, there's the arrow, it's all the numbers that are to the left, so it's less, so x is less, not equal to, and the dot sits on the -3. And then the last one, x, these are all the numbers for x that are less, so x is less, it's also equal to because it's shaded, and it lies on the -4. So those are your first 4 answers for that one. For number 5 and 6, we actually have to graph them. So our number is -9, so I'm going to come to -9, and it's equal to. So I have to draw a shaded in circle. And then if I read this, it says y is greater than or equal to -9. So because it says y is greater than, I have to go towards the greater than numbers. And remember, arrows will go on for forever. So y is greater than or equal to 9. And that was what your graph would look like. For the next one, I'm just going to interpret it really quick. So I'm going to read from where G is. G is greater than. The open side of the sign is facing the letter. And then there's no equal to because there's no line, so it's just greater than 7. So because our number is 7, I'm going to put my circle on 7, but it's not shaded. And G is greater, and all the greater numbers lie to the right. All right, so that's 5 and 6. For 7, 8, 9, and 10, we actually have to solve. Remember, we solve just like we solve an equation. We do that inverse operation. So we have t minus 7, so I have to do +7 to both sides to do the inverse. If I have a -7 and a +7, they will cancel, and I'm just left with t is greater than or equal to, because I still have to keep the same sign. And then I have -6 plus 7. Well, -6 plus 7 gives me a +1. So here's my solution, but now I must graph it. We always recommend put a 0 in the middle of the number line. Now where does 1 go? Well, 1 would be up here somewhere. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it says t is greater than or equal to. So it's going to be a closed-in circle on the 1, and t is greater than. For the next one, we have p minus 12, so we need to do +12 to both sides. Do my inverse, I still have p, leave the inequality sign, leave the p on the back, don't try to flip it around. -13 plus 12 gives me a -1, so there's my solution. This says p is less than -1. So here's 0, -1 would be down here somewhere. It's an open circle because it's not equal to, and it says p is less. Well, left is less. So there's your graph for that one. For number 9, I have to add 7 to both sides. -7 plus 7 cancels. I'm left with x. Keep the inequality sign. And then 28 plus 7. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. There's my inequality. I'm going to write it. X is greater than 35. Now I'm going to put it on the number line. Here's 0. 35 would be up here somewhere. And it's not equal to, and x is greater. Last one, I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides because I have x plus 1. I need to do the opposite. X is greater than or equal to. 6 minus 1 gives me 5. here's my inequality solution. I'm going to read it. X is greater than or equal to 5. So here's 0, here's 5, it's equal to, and X is greater. So if you have any questions on your study guide, let your teacher know, and thank you so much for your extra practice time.